Fabulae 28, the Augean Stables. And you've seen this one in one of your unscenes. Next, Eurystheus ordered Hercules, and I think in the unseen I said Eurystheus gave an order to Hercules, and that gives the sense of the dative there. Impero takes a dative object. He ordered Hercules to complete a more serious labor. And this, okay, we have two endings here, grab, eor, m, and this part tells you it's comparative. More serious. Look at this. Imperfect subjunctive. Why? Because of ut back here. This is a purpose clause. He ordered him to complete, and we also sometimes call this an indirect command. The direct command from Eurystheus to Hercules, he said, complete this labor. And we report it indirectly here. A certain Augeas, who at that time held power in Elis, had 3,000 of cattle. Funny way of saying it. 3,000 merely as a noun, so then they use the genitive there. But we would say 3,000 cows, 3,000 head of cattle, something like that. Illo tempore, ablative of time when, location and time. Qui, relative pronoun, subject of this verb here. And the antecedent is Augeas. Alrighty, let's move on. These, meaning the cows, these had been closed up in a stable of enormous magnitude. Pluperfect passive there. Subject is here. And this is a genitive of description. It describes the size of the stable. And our translation of the Latin genitive is usually of great size. And sure enough, that fits here, even though this doesn't express possession. The stable, however, was covered with filth. All right, so subject here, verb here, and this is called the predicate modifier. Right there, predicate modifier. This is like an equals sign. For up to that time, it had never been cleaned. Neque umquam. Neque umquam together is like saying numquam, which means never. Had never been cleaned. Well, we know that cows poop, so that's going to be a big problem. Oh, sorry, that was not quite in your view there. Neque umquam, never, had been cleaned. We get, this gives us the root of the word purge, or purgatory even. Hercules was ordered to clean this in 1 day. Ablative of time there, little location in time. And this is the direct object of the infinitive here, to clean this. So that's accusative, direct object there. And this, well, that's the present active infinitive. And it is a complementary infinitive to usus est. He was ordered to clean. He, even though the deal was a lot of work, undertook this duty. Little concessive clause there, even though. He undertook the duty, and that means Hercules, of course. At first, with great work, he dug a ditch. Literally, that means he led a ditch, but we just don't say that in English. of 2 from 20. Well, what's 2 from 20? 18. Of 18 feet, through which, let me bring the other sheet in here, through which he led the water from the mountains of a river to the wall of the stable. So lots of directional stuff going on here. Per quam de montibus ad murum produxit. Through the ditch, from the mountains to the wall. And then some genitives and other stuff thrown in there. Then, after he burst the wall, he sent the water into the stable. And, in this way, contrary to the opinion of all, he completed the work. And nothing particularly tricky in this bit here. Verb, verb, verb. All right, that's the end of Fabulae 28.